Hi, everyone. My name's Pam Stoddart. I'm the executive director at the Ridgefield Guild of Artists. And I'm going to talk to you today about the pandemic of 2020, COVID-19, and how the Guild has kind of handled all of it, how we keep going in the time of COVID. So backing up to March of this year, we, like everybody else, we closed our doors, put up a sign and said, we'll let you know what's happening, and thinking it was only going to be a few weeks. But within a few weeks, we knew right away this was going to be, we're in this for the long haul. So at that time, we were just about receiving artwork for a exhibit, the annual juried member show. And so we told everybody, you can't come bring your things. We're not going to have the show in person. So we really rather quickly pivoted to online exhibits. So for those of you that don't know, what we primarily do at the Guild is we're in a way kind of like a clubhouse for local artists. We have about 300 members, visual artists. We have about 300 members, and we offer gallery exhibits for them to show their work. And we have 2 studios where we offer classes. We also offer summer camp in the summer for kids, and we have after school classes for kids. We have adult classes. And then in the winter, we do a big holiday festival called Festive Home that we've been running for 15 years. And that is a collaboration between local interior designers, and it's just a magnificent event that the town has really come to know and love and embrace. We also do Art Walk in the summer, and that's another event that the town has come to know and love. So anyway, that's a little bit about us. So in March, our exhibit at the time was the annual juried member show. We quickly went online with it. One of our board members said, we got to get this online. So we did. And it was really quite a smooth transition. And then, so that was up online and people could view it that way. We might have even had a sale, I think. So people could buy art and they would email us, and they'd purchase the art and arrange for pickup. Then we quickly realized, okay, this is going to go on for a while. So what are we going to do? So we decided to just continue to have these online exhibits because it was easy to do. People submitted their work online, and we would take the images and put it into an online gallery. Our very first kind of COVID show was called Not Canceled. And it was our way. We wanted people to show in their work how they were, that, that community's not canceled right now, that we're still here. We still want to show art. We still want our artist members to make art. And it was called Not Canceled. It was very well received. And these shows are a source of income for us. We take entry fees from the artists. And then if a piece of art is sold, we get a commission of it as kind of like the broker for the sale. So we've been semi-successful with these online exhibits during COVID. It's not nearly as fun. There's no opening receptions, and there's no seeing the art in person and seeing your friends and all of that. But it's been an interesting platform for us, and we've made it work. So one thing that we did right away as well, once we knew that this was, we were in this for the long haul, was we started a project. One of our board members, I had this idea. It was a community art project. And we purchased 200 10 by 10 canvases, so small ones. And anybody in the community could come out and could come to the guild and pick up a canvas and paint or draw or whatever they want to do. Some people did collages, some people did photographs, pastel, all sorts of things. And it was free for whoever. We just left them out, and I would go over there and put them out on a table, and I'd put a little thing of hand sanitizer and some wipes. So it was very socially acceptable to do that. And then we said, eventually we'd like to show these to the public. We didn't know when we were going to do that, but at that point in time, this was, April and May, we just wanted people to have something to do and have some fun and just be creative. And it was really well received by the town. I would put canvases out. I'd put out probably 30 a day, and during scheduled times, and I just put it on social media. Canvases are out. Feel free, come get them. They're free. Just take them and do what you want. And I mean, we went through them. They went really fast. And so I ordered another 100, and those went really fast. And I would get responses on social media. Thank you so much for doing this. This is great. We're just so happy to have something to do in our house. And entire families would come and pick up canvases for the whole family. They'd make a family project out of it. And I think it was really well received. So fast forward to just last month, which is August. We're in September now, but in August, we did run our annual art walk, which was our first event that we kind of brought back in its original format. So art walk is an event that we do downtown in Ridgefield, and we match up artists with stores and restaurants, venues in town, and the artist displays their stuff in the store windows and normally within the store. And it runs for 3 weeks, and the town gets, comes out, and it's kind of like an art festival in a way. This year we had to modify it. The artist could only put artwork in the windows. There was no opening receptions. Normally there's an opening reception in the store. We had to change that up. But it was still really, really well received by the town. There was a lot of people there. It's still going on right now. As a matter of fact, it ends this Sunday. We've sold about 40 pieces of art, which is just incredible. We're so happy for our member artists that they are getting their work out there and making some money, getting back to business, so to speak. That's where we decided to show our community canvas project, those 200 canvases that came back. So when we knew that Art Walk was going to happen, Rudy Marconi told us, yeah, we can do it. It's outside. We can do this. So when we knew it was going to happen, we started sending out emails to all the people that had picked up canvases, and we said, okay, we want them back now. And it turned into a fundraiser for us, for the Guild, and people were happy to donate them back. That was the idea to begin with. They got something fun to do, and we would then get them back and sell them. So we had them all on display in front of Town Hall during the Art Walk opening weekend, and we sold quite a few of them. It was just exciting to see them all out there. So that was all a result of COVID, that community art project. So one of our other sectors of our organization is education and our classes. It's usually a big revenue sector of our organization, is the education stuff. And obviously we had to cancel all in-person classes. So that became an interesting challenge in the beginning. Back in March, we weren't quite sure what we were going to do, because, art classes are very hands-on, and a lot of it's feedback from your teacher and from your other class members. And it's a real, project, sometimes project, feedback type based learning. So um, some of the teachers were comfortable doing Zoom classes. Some of the teachers said, no way, I can't do this. Some of the students were comfortable doing the Zoom classes, and some of the students said, no, I'm not coming back until the pandemic is over. So we are offering Zoom classes, and the ones that are going, and the people who gave it a shot, it's successful. But some of the classes, for instance, we have a printmaking class that meets twice a week, and you need the printing press to do the class. And so that can only be in person. So that class hasn't happened since March. So that's been interesting, is bringing the classes either to an Zoom format or canceling altogether. Some of the Zoom classes, believe it or not, we've actually had people, because it's online, we've had some students come from Georgia, from across the country. They heard about it, or they knew somebody back here who was taking it. So that's been interesting. A little interesting twist is being able to take an online art class with, even if you don't live here, with somebody who does live here. So that's been interesting. So the classes, that's how we've modified our classes. Now this summer, when the weather started getting nicer, we purchased a tent. So over at the Guild, we have a very large terrace outside of our barn building that we normally hold like art receptions out there and things like that. Or it's just a nice place to sit. We have a beautiful garden and things like that. So, and we do plein air art classes out there and stuff. But so we purchased a very large tent that could house some outdoor classes. And so we tested it out with our summer camp program the month of July for children, because the summer camp program usually runs about 5 weeks, and it's usually very successful. We've kind of been known in town as the premier arts camp for artistic kids and kids who want to do visual arts in the summer. So that was great. We had to limit it to 10 kids, and we social distanced the tables. They're 6-foot tables. 10 of them were able to fit under the tent. It was labor intensive on the part of the teachers. They need, and the camp director, we really needed to keep everything separate. Each child got a bag of their own materials, and where normally it would be, I want to use the pink paint and I want to use the blue paint, and but this way everybody had their own things. And it was great. We found that the parents in the community really wanted their kids to do something. They didn't want them on a Zoom call anymore. So that's why the camp basically sold out, and it was fantastic. So that was the month of July, and now we are doing the same for some adult classes. We're holding them under this tent outside while the weather is nice. Here we are in the middle of September, and the tent's probably going to have to come down by the end of October. And but if the weather is nice, then the classes will be held outside. What we found is nobody really wants to come back inside for classes. Our studio is small. It really only fits about 8 to 10 people, depending on how big your canvases are that you're working on. So it's to social distance in the studio is a little bit difficult, but under the tent it works. So that's what we're doing right now. But looking into the future, I think our classes will be Zoom or not at all, because that's just what we have to do right now, and there's no end in sight to the virus. So um, anyway, what we're doing right now is we're opening the gallery for the first time since March. Well, it was closed in February, and we're having our annual 43rd annual juried exhibition. So, because the Guild has been around for 46 years. So yeah, we're having that, and we're doing it in person. It's the first time we've done this since the pandemic. And we sent out a survey to our membership base and said, would you consider having your art in an in-person show? And there was enough people that said, yeah, I would. We're not having an opening reception. The show is going to be seen by appointment only. So you can't just drop in, and it's going to be limited to 6 people max. And that's only if your group is 6 people. It won't be 6 strangers at a time. It'll be limited. So we're doing receiving for that this coming weekend, and that's changed too. I mean, normally receiving is always really fun because people come together, they drop off their things, there's a lot of chatting, everybody's looking at each other's work, etc. And this time it's one person at a time in the gallery, going in one door, dropping off your work, leaving out the back door. And but we're doing it, we're very excited. And after this show, our next big event is our Festive Home, which would be our 16th year of Festive Home. And we're still trying to decide what we're doing with that. There's really no way we can hold Festive Home the way we normally do. It's a very, very large event, community event that draws literally thousands of people through our doors throughout its 5-week duration. And so we're not going to be able to do it that way. So we're racking our brains as how to be creative and fun and give the town what they want while being safe. So details on that are coming. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now. We don't know what we're doing in 2021. We're trying to plan our calendar, but we just don't know. We don't know if it's going to be virtual exhibits or in-person exhibits or virtual classes or in-person classes. We don't know. We're a bunch of creative people at the Guild, and we come up with great ideas, and we want everything to work, and we want to give everybody opportunities. And we're trying. It's been challenging. It's been interesting. And some of it's been kind of exciting to see, that we've been able to like switch to online galleries and actually have some sales and give everybody a chance to keep doing what they do. That's been exciting. But everybody misses each other. As I said, we're a membership of 300 people, and everybody misses coming out and being together. And that's really what a Guild of Artists is. It's a place where people come together and show their work and be inspired and all of that. And that's been the hardest part. So anyway, thank you for the opportunity, letting me talk about the Guild and where we're heading and what we've done with the crazy world that we live in right now. So, okay, thank you.